Hello, I've sought some shade. Thank you for joining me. And I mentioned in a recent piece a Vietnamese Buddhist I've read some of his things, and I'll put a link through to one on the blurb underneath. And he said, or he's described as Buddhist teacher and peace activist. I like that. And the title of his book is Present Moment, Wonderful Moment, because so many of us lose track of the present. We're either stuck ruminating about the past, and hold my hand up, I'm very, very able to do that. Or we are so busy planning the day, the week ahead, the month, the year ahead, that we lose track of the here and now. But he says, the mind can go in 1,000 directions. But on this beautiful path, I walk in peace. With each step, a gentle wind blows. With each step, a flower blooms. And as I've said many times before, we are recommended to get out, exercise, in nature if we can, but nature can be found in towns, in cities, as well as in places like this, or it's just haphazard nature doing its own thing. And by getting out into nature, we're combining exercise for our bodies and relaxation for our minds. And the idea is that we walk tall and straight, that we have our hands not in marching mode. It is suggested by some that we have them, if you've ever done any diving, and I did my basic PADI course, that's all I've ever done, that we had to hold our hands gently clasped in front of us. And it suggested that we do that. Obviously, if I'm recording, that would be difficult. But I do try not to swing and march too much. It's suggested that knowing your destination is a good thing, that's not something that you're having to think about, well, do I go left, do I go right here? But I admit that I actually rather like not always knowing where I'm going. Am I making an excuse for myself there? I don't know. But this dappled light here, it looks like a carpet rather than just a dusty footpath. And going back through here to the water, it's drawing me as it always does. But focus on your breathing. Yeah, those who know me know that that's something that I suggest for relaxation, but focus on it whilst you are actually walking. Be aware of how that breath in feels. If it's a cold day, does it feel cold going inside your nose? Be aware of it. be aware of the surface under your feet. Not just for health and safety reasons, but how does it feel? This bit is quite smooth for me, but if I move over here, there's lots of leaves. And this is actually crunchy, and it feels different, slightly softer. And I'm just getting a strange look from a gentleman going past walking his dog, thinking, what on earth's that woman doing? Crunching around on those leaves, talking to herself. But it's a good way to begin to build in some form of mindfulness, some form of what I call light meditation. As you walk. Gosh, there's somebody running rather than me in this temperature. At least there's some cool shady bits here. And what's that down there? Has somebody just thrown that in, or is it going to be used for something by the people who sort the footpaths here? I don't know. But I am going to take this picture with me in my mind, this glade with the birds, and I'll think about this tonight when I'm in bed trying to get to sleep and struggling in the heat. So thank you for joining me. And if you are out walking, do try and add to the dimensions of that walk. Hone in on all of your senses. Right, I'll go and see if my car has got through its MOT. Difficult to walk with your fingers and toes crossed. Thank you for joining me. Speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye.